If you're looking for a super affordable brake upgrade for that 05 to 10 GT or 11 to 14 V6 at home that will also look pretty good behind your favorite set of wheels, then you'll have to check out the C&L drilled and slotted rotors that we have here today. Now this set of front rotors will feature iron castings along with the silver zinc coating, and of course that slotted and drilled treatment all for right around the low $100 price point. Install according to the site is going to get a soft 2 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter here, guys. Take you a couple of hours or so to complete from start to finish, as we'll show you later in the video. So again, guys, this is a great low buck option for all S197 owners looking to complete a subtle upgrade or even a stock replacement and don't want to fork out the hundreds or even thousands of dollars for a big brake kit from a name like Brembo or Wilwood. Now, don't get me wrong, guys, certainly great options, but they are very, very expensive. Now, the C&L rotors that we have here, on the other hand, again, a solid option to kind of piece together your own kit, perhaps, using the pad of your choice for a budget-friendly setup that will not only perform better than your stock equipment, but in this case, look better as well. But let's dive a little bit deeper here with the C&L rotors, and these guys are going to start off as a G3000 grade cast iron blank. Now from there, the rotors, as you can see, do receive that drilled and slotted treatment using precision machined rounded slots and then beveled holes, and then the entire rotor is finished off with a durable silver zinc plated finish, which will help prevent or at least reduce rust or corrosion on your non-friction related surfaces. So what's the whole deal with this slotted and drilled treatment? Well, there's certainly a few different schools of thought on that topic, but the basic idea is that that drilled and slotted treatment is there to help reduce brake temperatures, in some cases over 180 degrees. Now that's gonna be huge because cooler brakes lead to less fade, and that's gonna mean a more consistent pedal, more consistent braking performance, which overall is certainly a good thing when those brakes get pushed a little hard. Now, aside from the cooling benefits, the slotted and drilled treatment is also going to help remove any excess brake dust, debris, or even moisture, and that's going to keep the rotor surface and your pad nice and clean for more effective stopping power and, again, more consistency. Finally, guys, it is worth pointing out that all C&L rotors are looked over, they're mill balanced first before being shipped out to help ensure owners aren't going to suffer from any noise, vibration, shaking, or shimmying, or anything like that. But now we want to shift gears and talk about the install, and site's going to call this one a middle of the road 2 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter and 3 hours at absolute max to complete from start to finish. Most owners will probably tackle it in far less time than that. But regardless, now we want to give you a better look at how everything will go down. So grab your toolbox, head out to the garage or driveway, check out our detailed walkthrough and tool breakdown.
The tools you'll need for this project are a 1/2-inch drive impact wrench or a 1/2-inch drive socket, a swivel joint, a 15mm socket, a 3/8-inch drive ratchet, a 10mm socket, a caliper hanging tool, some brake cleaner, and a clean cloth. Hi everyone, today we're installing a set of front rotors on our Mustang, so let's get started with the uninstall of the old ones first. All right, so once you've got the vehicle properly supported either on a lift such as what we have, or by using a jack and a set of jack stands, and you remove the front tire, it's always a good idea to turn the wheels to the inside of whatever side you're working on. So the first thing we're going to do is disconnect the bracket that holds the brake hose to the strut so that we can have better access to the caliper mounting bolts behind the rotor. All right, so using our 10mm socket, we're going to remove this bolt right here that holds the brake line to the strut. Now before you remove the caliper mounting bolts, it's always a good idea to just loosely put on a lug nut just to make sure that the rotor doesn't fall off onto the ground when you remove the mounting bolts. Now there are 2 caliper mounting bolts on the back of the spindle here, one at the bottom, one at the top. We're going to use our 15mm socket and an impact gun to take that off, but you could probably get away with using just a 1/2-inch drive ratchet or possibly even a breaker bar. Now you may find it easier to use a swivel extension for your impact gun to get that top bolt out. All All right, now that we've got the bolts removed, we can go ahead and remove the caliper. And you always want to make sure when you're removing the caliper that you use some sort of a hanging tool to support it while you're doing the rotor, because you don't want to stretch out that brake hose. Now you can remove the lug nut and just slide the rotor off. Now, one thing to note is that these rotors are side specific, and it is stamped on the outer edge here as to which side this rotor goes on. So we're going to use the one that's marked with an L for left side to go on the driver's side here. The other thing you want to note is before you put it on, always give it a good cleaning using some sort of brake cleaner and a clean cloth. That way you remove any materials that may have gotten on during the manufacturing process or during shipping. And just make sure that you get both sides as well. All right, now you can go ahead and put your new caliper, or your new rotor on. And just like when you took it off, loosely attach a lug nut just to keep it from falling. Now we can go ahead and reattach our caliper. Now we go ahead and put our caliper back on. And we're going to reattach it using our original hardware. Now we'll go ahead and tighten those down using our 15mm socket. And now we can go ahead and reattach our bolt holding our brake hose and tighten it down with our 10mm socket. And now you can repeat that whole process for the other side. And remember, when you're done, to torque everything down to the factory recommended specifications. And that wraps up our review and install of the C&L Sport cross-drilled and slotted rotors for the front for the 05 to 10 Mustang GT and the 11 to 14 Mustang V6. Thanks for watching, and remember, for all things Mustang, keep it right here at AmericanMuscle.com.